Hi guys, welcome to step 4. Okay, almost done with knowing how you can eat whatever you want without sacrificing results, which is amazing. So we're going to go ahead and start with step 4. Okay, so you're just going to follow along on this video. I'm going to show you how to basically use MyFitnessPal. So after you downloaded the app and you created your profile, it would have asked you a few questions. So if you go there to more, you can go and check out your profile, as well as you can go there to goals. So this is where I want you guys to go to goals. So you'll see there's a bunch of information that you did put in the beginning. Now this you can change as well. So MyFitnessPal will also give you macros, but for now and for the method we're going to use, I want you guys to only go down and focus on there where it says nutrition goals, calories, carbs, proteins, and fat goals. So you're going to click there. We're going to customize this. So remember, in the first step you created or calculated your calories. So you can see there is the calories with the amount next to it in blue, and then also in step 2 we calculated the carbs, proteins, and fats. So you'll see there with the percentages. So what I want you to do is go ahead and fill in, click there on calories. So we're going to fill in whatever calories it was that you had to put in or had to eat, basically. So what was your maintenance calories? Okay, so for this we're just going to work out maintenance, and then in step 5 I'll explain the rest. So you're going to go ahead, fill in the amount of calories. So I'm just going to use mine as an example. So just for maintenance I'll put 3000 in there. Okay, then you're going to click on the mark. Okay, so I changed it to 3000. Okay, now the next step is, remember, in step 2 of the course where we created, or we went and worked out our macros, which is your carbohydrates, proteins, and fats. So what I want you to do is go to carbohydrates. You're going to click on any one of those, the carbs, proteins, or fat, and it's going to pop up this tab for you. Okay, so you'll see carbs, proteins, and fats. Now what I want you to do is, you'll see there's percentages, so you'll just have to toggle it around a little bit so you can see there carbs, protein. So I want to bring my protein down a little bit. It's a little bit too high, so 225 should be better. Obviously you want to keep the ratios quite good, so just try and scroll down till where you see basically the amount of grams that it did give in step 2. Now it's not necessarily going to be completely as you had it, because we're working here on percentages, but you can get a pretty good idea of how much you should be putting in there. So just make sure it adds up close to the totals that you had to put in before. So for example, this one I'll put to 45% and fats to 25, and you'll see it says the total is 100%. Okay, then you just go ahead and click on the mark. Great, so you see there, now I changed my macros. So now if you go back, you can go back to your diary at the bottom, and then you will see on the top it says calories remaining, goal is 3000, and then at the end you see remaining amount. Okay, so as you're going to basically fill in the food in here, so you see it says breakfast, lunch, dinner, and snacks, as well as exercise. So this you can also link up with your watch, your smartwatch or your fitness watch. Now what I would recommend is not to, as soon as the calories goes out there, you'll see it comes here to exercise, shows like 6 calories, and then it will be added onto your remaining. So it kind of tells you to eat back whatever you exercise. Now I would recommend not to do that, so that's not a good way of doing it. So don't calculate those into it. So I would not even put that in there. So you can just swipe it and delete it to make sure it matches up with your goal again. So what you're going to do basically now is, every day you're going to, just for a week, just to make sure have an idea, or kind of get an idea of how much you're consuming on a daily basis. You will go here, let's say for example breakfast, I click there. So this morning for breakfast I had eggs, so you can go to eggs. Okay, we're going to say, okay, I had 2 large eggs. Now here you can see it will say number of servings, so that you can change, so you can even put it on decimal, so you can just type it in. And then obviously the serving size, if you click there, will give you different servings. So small egg, extra large, medium large, whatever it might be, you just put it in there, and then you'll see it shows you the calories on the one side from the left, and it will tell you your carbs, fats, and proteins that is specifically in that amount of food that you had. Okay, so I'm just going to put 2 eggs, and let's say I had a slice of toast. So let's say for example I search toast. Okay, you click on search, and then a bunch of options will pick up. So the best is to look for something that is specific to what you are actually eating. So I'll go with a whole grain toast for now. 1 slice was enough, and then it will add it there. So now you can see my breakfast shows there on the right. 243. Now that's the amount of calories, and next to it also you'll see the calories. Okay, so when you go back and you see there on the top where it says calories remaining, now you have 3,000, which is your goal, minus 243, which is the food that you already ate. Okay, and then you'll see at the end equals 2,757 that you have left to eat. Okay, so as you're going to go along during the day, you'll fill in your lunch, your dinner, your snacks, all of those things that you can put in there, and then at the end it will show you how much food, so how there it says food, how many calories you consumed. So what we want to do is we want to stay, either equal or basically less than what is remaining, in order to basically just maintain your weight at the moment. Okay, so this is not if you're going to want to lose weight or gain muscle. That I'll explain to you in step 5, but for now we just want to kind of equal it out, balance it out with the food that we're eating. Now, to make sure that we also hit our macros, which is a super important part, okay, you will scroll down all the way to the bottom. You'll see here at every day at the end you can say complete diary, or you can take notes, but I want you to click there on nutrition. Okay, so as soon as you click on nutrition, it's going to show you basically all of these different things: proteins, carbs, fibers, sugars, fat, all of those things. So I want you to go to the right where it says macros. So then you will see there, it's going to put it in a pie chart. And you can see there next to carbohydrates it show, okay, you ate 18 grams, fats was 11, and protein was 16 grams. So here you can check, okay, your goal of percentages, but also you can keep track of how many carbs, fats, and proteins you ate during the day, and make sure that you hit those macros that you basically worked out in step 2. And that is basically how you track your calories, okay, or how you track your food on MyFitnessPal. Now there's another way as well. Obviously, what you can do is, let's say you ate a food that had a barcode, so you'll click on add food. You'll see here on the top it says scan barcode, so you'll click there, and then basically you can scan any food that you want to into it. Okay, so you'll see there I have it, scan that, boop, and there it pops up and it tells you exactly the amounts. You can just put in the serving size that you had, and then basically there you go, and then you save it and it will show you the amount, so it will go right there into your daily diary. So yeah, that's basically how you use it. Play around with it. The more you use it, the more you get familiar with it. Also, the more you use it, the more you realize, okay, what am I eating on a daily basis? Where is all of my calories coming from? What is calories? Where is all these protein, carbs, and fats coming from? And which foods have more of them than others? So that will give you a good idea. I would recommend, don't get too obsessed with it. Just do it for a week or a few days, 3-4 days, just to get an idea or an estimate of how much you are consuming on a daily basis, so that you can have a good idea of how much the food looks, on a daily basis that you need to eat. And yeah, that's step 4. So yeah, you can go ahead, as soon as you played around a little bit with it, you can move on to step 5, and that's where I'm going to show you guys how to basically work out your goal. So working out your macros and calories according to whatever your goal is, whether it might be fat loss, whether it might be muscle gain, or if it's just maintenance like we did just now. I'm going to show you how to adjust all of that to get the results that you would, that